didn't think I was going to make it. Thank you. I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived? Somehow I suspect it's worse even than you imagine. Likely you heard that I broke, or froze, or some other lie kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. Ketheric is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he... If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. They have you. Go, my friend. Please, let me do this much.
I don't know how to thank you. I thought I was done for. This is a bleeding shit show. Half my squad's dead, the other half sporting tentacles. We came here to rescue Duke Ravengard. But we didn't stand a chance. Yeah. He was in one of the pods. The cultists took him away. He was still human, and still trying to put up a fight.
Finish what you came here to do. I dare say you've done enough for me.
We will take the city. Every soul made true.
Some who worked here were not thralls or undead. They were loyal to Ketheric and his grim cause.
Lashes. Balthazar let one of his walking carcasses lapse from his control. Let's ferry them back. Wait! By the Bone Lord. It's you! I thought I'd never see you again. I wanted to keep you for myself, but they shipped you away. You talk! And you are aware. How is that Oh, but what an arresting voice you have. You're not supposed to be here, Special One. That's not right. but I don't want to damn. You were my very first, after all. I learned everything about the parasite. I remember finding you close to death, beaten black and blue on the floor of this sanctum. It must have been a few hours after the tadpole was placed in your skull. How you got here was a total mystery, but I stitched you up just enough to keep you alive, then placed you within your crib. I kept you as mine until you were needed by us. We had such a close bond. I opened you up endlessly with my scalpels and got lost in your insides. I was not behind it. I do not know. But whoever did it... Truthfully, I'm not surprised to see you found your way back here, all by yourself. It has never been the same with another. All the other victims who come here just meekly obey. You thrashed. You fought. You were indomitable. We're going to kill you, sweet one. Lashes, bring this one back to my table. And prepare my knives for...
Swords meet sorcery.
Yes, I will not fail.
Let's turn someone inside out. No tricks.
You will beg for death long before we grant it.
Tale for the ages.
Ready for battle. Vengeance!
Someone else must have attacked you. In the midst of whatever you were doing, this necromancer was a grunt in the scheme of the horrors enacted against you. That attacker is the sword. In the heart of all these membranes, there was a dagger awaiting you all along. But from who?
The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands.
A fleet of mortaloids. I dread to think how many true souls that equates to.
The platform's already here. Is anyone else's temples swirling around a lot more than usual?
It senses something down there. Something big.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketheric. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketheric, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Thorm!
Testament of Murkul!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
Look at that crown. It radiates with power unlike anything I've ever seen. To have it. To hold. Oh, if only I could. But I can't. This is it. I must do as Mystra commands. What choice do I have? More than just a goddess counts with my courage. Whole worlds hang in the balance. I love you too. Much more than myself. More. Even than Mystra. Very well. Whether I condemn this world or not, I choose you.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Who'll preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, orderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketheric, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
Seek and you shall find me.
Intestines throb. Blood whispers.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
I have such a headache.
I hope this is important. For your sake.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Lovely day, this. For now.
Never a dull moment.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Your place is to die so that I might finally live. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Murkul gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned, her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute. And then... he's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Murkul, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Repent? Would that even be possible? Perhaps. No. There is no repentance. No release. My debt can never be repaid. He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is...
Mistress Silken Tresses.
So long as Lightstorm's in that cage, Ketheric will keep getting back up. Sometimes the only way out is through. Blood comes easy these days.
cost for combat. Understood.
Shall we cut and run? Can you feel death's cold grip? A better position. Just like old times.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
The lance board is set. With ease.
Let me strike.
I'm ready. Now they see me.
Now you wear a face to match your soul, Oathbreaker.
One life to my life. To save me. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
My sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
Every day you get to kill the chosen of a god.
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
All is ash and meat.
Let's go hurt someone.
We fly at your word.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. Now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Murkul, the god of necromancy. A remarkable feat. Ketheric was Murkul's chosen. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it's most likely she follows Baal, the god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are chosen of the Dead Three. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With the brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasites.
Netherese? These chosen are powerful indeed to have such magic in their command.
Bane, Baal, and Murkul. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen, granting them incredible powers. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy, but working together and controlling an elder brain, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. I know, but this is the only way. This is the battle of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an elder brain brimming with power. An order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the... Our chances of success are slim. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance to strike comes, you must take it. For there may only be one chance.
An elder brain. That was the heart of the Absolute?
The transformation Ketheric underwent was horrifying. So powerful, but so grotesque. There was barely anything of the man left, even before we finished him.
I've been thinking on all that we learned
so
below.
Tired.
If you've caught
How
your
do people
breath,
do this all
we
day?
ought to discuss our next steps.
Come, there are important matters to discuss.
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long. And I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands. The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. The one I very nearly destroyed. Netherese magic. So pure. Most Netherese artifacts contain a... I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. I know what nearly happened, and I'm sorry for putting you in that position. But I've stepped back from the precipice now. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. We need to learn more about what we saw. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep, Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if...
Beyond the horizon.
I will never tire of sitting on dead men's thrones. My blood ran hot when we broke Ketheric's bones together. But we have greater challenges ahead of us. It is clear now that he was not working alone. During my time in the cult, I came to know one of his co-conspirators all too well. Baal's bloodletter, Orin. To think, I thought her to be speaking for the Absolute. I worshipped that woman. Jealous? You needn't be. When Orin is in my hands, her agony will nourish me. She is the Iblis who indoctrinated me with the Absolute's lies. When I first visited Moonrise, I stood before the Absolute in awe. It was more of an idea than an entity. Pure love. Total power. Orin was by my side. She told me that God had chosen me to be a true soul. Blessed and adored. Now I know that those memories are lies. There was no God. Orin held me down in a cocoon of flesh, while a mind flayer forced a parasite into my brain. And she laughed at my fear. I will find her. I will murder her. And I will smile. Let them think that. There is a short path from savior to ruler. A short and bloody path. I know it well, and we will walk it together. But Baldur's Gate is a mere bauble. We have the chance to seize something much greater. In killing Ketheric, we fractured the cult's leadership. When we break the other Chosen and claim their Netherstones, we can take control. Madness would be to let the Absolute's potential go to waste. The power of the enslaved Elder Brain could reshape the world. We could reshape the world. There is violence in your future, regardless. With me, you can at least be sure the violence will lead to glory. You are not stupid. When we reach Baldur's Gate and face the other Chosen, you will see that my way is the right one. That is all I ask. We are bound, then, to travel together. There is yet one thing about you that troubles me, though. Why come to Moonrise, where the cult's power is strongest? Why not walk away? True, but do not lose yourself to despair and fatalism. They tried to make victims of us. But we can take this opportunity to become gods. Now, I am ready to leave this damned place whenever you give the word. The city awaits.
It's
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Aren't you? It is good to savor the moment of victory. But pace yourself. Our fight is just beginning. When we met, I was licking my wounds. An old bear with her leg caught in the hunter's snare. Now I've slipped free of the trap and rediscovered my claws. It's time for me to hunt my prey. You have a netherstone, and you're on the scent of two more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketheric convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead. You're amply reinforced already. With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalen's Dancing Axe. We'd do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
These Harpers of yours, would they die?
I have to look after him.
Not for me.
Without him,
They would die for
not so
peace.
It is better to kill for it.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Thaniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant. A Flaming Fist? A novice, actually. I heard about Duke Ravengard's capture. If his soldiers are anything to go by, he is a man to admire and respect. I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate. Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Thaniel should have someone here when he wakes.
You'd make a fine fist.
Aelin! Isabel! My love.
I had no dreams at all. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, in this moment...
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
Now you will leave us.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
A member of the Absolute Cult, Drow?
Like your mind.
Do you mean to judge me in my work?
How'd you survive it?
No.
Thaniel.
I mean to learn from you.
I had to look after him. Without him, I wouldn't have lasted long.
Thy hunger denied. Seluna's faithful yet shines. The balance shifts. Thou hast seen with thine own eyes and felt in thine urges. The dead three unite. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Do illithids possess souls? Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold. I shall ask yet again. Do illithids possess souls? Correct. Yet, a flock without souls... Until such time, nothing thou dost not already know. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Murkul, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one. The alliance is reforged, mortal.
No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case.
If you have business to conclude before we march, the road to Baldur's Gate is long, and the city needs us. You're amply reinforced with the... There's a heart. Beyond that, our course is yours.
Very well. I am certain I can keep myself occupied.
At your command.
Helm's blessings upon you.
You did it! You squished Ketheric! I knew if Mol said you couldn't.
I would not linger in this land over long, but...
Well done putting Ketheric in his place. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Now you've won, can we go home?
What was it like in there?
In the curse.
Darkness on the Iron Hands, dragging him into this.
Ketheric's done, but that army's already on the move. This isn't done yet.
Just tell me what you need.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been. Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, Magungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin. Oh, forget about that. Wulbrin and the Iron Hand gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have room powder, they have motive. We have to stop them. With the sword of justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Go!
It'll take time.
Moonrise has been cleansed. Baldur's Gate is next.
Friend, we are here for you! What Absolute? The Absolute does not care about us. We are different. And we are saved. Friend!
The Iron Hands could return here in the future. I owe you an apology. Barkus and I are another matter. I'm dealing with you right now. I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light. I wasn't sure you would. I appreciate it. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city, and you can be part of it. The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, find me in this city.
Your mind wants you dead.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Whatever you might do to one cannot be worse than what... And you are the one who... You have the... Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need... Even if the buildings are demolished, Baldur's Gate may not know it yet.
Seek on its streets
together.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town.
Safe return to the city.
Can't believe there are mind flayers targeting.